All right. I think that a lot of you guys were right about me. I looked at the comment section of my last video, and I think you guys have a point about me sometimes being a little biased, well, very biased toward the Warriors. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to inject my personal opinion too much. I'm not going to try to be as negative about the Warriors. All right, so I'll try to be a little bit fairer to them, but that's for game 2 and onward for that series. This series, I got to do the same thing though. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Bulls fan, so it's like I got to be critical of the Bulls. I can't just be a fanboy to my own team, you know. But the game I'm talking about now is the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. And it was an emotional game, I guess, for the Boston Celtics, especially Isaiah Thomas. You know, Isaiah Thomas, if you're not aware of it, he lost his sister, his younger sister, China, in a car accident yesterday in Washington State. And of course, Boston is the first seed, Chicago Bulls are the 8th seed, and of course, Boston is favored to win this series. Earlier on, Isaiah Thomas was magnificent. He scored, I believe, 13 points in the first quarter. And earlier on, it looked like, you know, that Boston was probably well on their way to maybe an 8 to 14 point victory or something like that. But then Boston kind of went a little cold. Not that Chicago was gangbusters to start the game anyway as well, but I remember Chicago did something interesting. They put Dwayne Wade on the floor with the veteran, with a lot of younger players, and also earlier in the game, especially in the first half, the Chicago Bulls were killing the Boston Celtics on the boards, especially the offensive boards. And Robin Lopez was killing them at first. I think Robin Lopez at the half had like 8 or 9 rebounds. Boston did a better job of controlling the boards in the second half. But Boston just really couldn't get it going offensively until late. And in particular, really just Isaiah Thomas and Al Horford. It didn't really get a lot of help offensively. Avery Bradley chipped in with 14 points. Isaiah Thomas had a real stretch where he went cold, but he did heat up. He's known as Mr. Fourth Quarter, and he did heat up in the fourth quarter, and he finished with a game high 33 points to go along with 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Al Horford had 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. But Chicago Bulls, the man of the hour, I would have to say, is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler iced the game late in the game with a couple of clutch buckets. Jimmy Butler also hit those clutch free throws at the end to seal the deal for the game. He had 30 points to lead the Chicago Bulls, to go along with 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Robin Lopez finished with 14 points and 11 rebounds. Dwayne Wade chipped in with 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. And Rajon Rondo playing, which for the Chicago Bulls, were playing at Boston, where he played so many years with the Celtics, with those great Celtic teams of the late 2000s and early 2000 teams with Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. Rondo was animated today. He finished with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the Chicago Bulls, the 8th seed, stunned the Boston Celtics, coming away with a 106-102 victory and to lead the best-of-7 series 1-0. Even though it was the first seed against the 8th seed, I never really saw the matchup as that big a disparity because the Eastern Conference is just different out there. Aside from Cleveland and maybe Washington, the other teams are kind of interchangeable. I don't see Boston on the same level as the Washington Wizards or the Cleveland Cavaliers. I do agree with something Charles Barkley said earlier, where he thinks that so much of the offensive load is on Isaiah Thomas. It's kind of easy to game plan for them. Just keep the ball out of Isaiah Thomas's hands. Hope that Al Horford doesn't really have a great game, and you kind of can beat this team. They don't really have a lot of weapons. But anyway, Chicago Bulls come away with a 106-102 victory. And I am a Chicago Bulls fan, but like I said, I'm going to try to keep my personal bias out these videos. But it's great to see the Chicago Bulls come away with a victory. And tell me what you guys think.